Hello everybody, 33 Rich to the 3 here again with another Sprawll game. Sprawll, the red Protoss spawning in one of the only spawns places you can have on this map, playing against Gladiator, the blue Terran. First Terran game I've cast in a while. Seem to have a lot of Protoss going on, and playing against a lot of Zerg. And so let's see where this one goes. Probe going out, gonna build that pylon, and then going immediately to scout, supply depot at 10 supply. See, I play Terran, so I actually know that the standard opening timers and things like that. I always cough at the beginning of my cast. I don't know what that's about. Maybe it'll be my thing. You'll hear me mute my mic and then nothing and then unmute it again, but anyways, he should have that, come on, what? Okay, he's going with a quick barracks, actually, the one quicker than a standard opener, although getting that, that worker then. So Chad's gonna see that, and definitely, yes, this is perfect. You always, as a Terran player, advising a Protoss, I would say always do that. That is just super annoying. He's got to pull another worker off the line. He's got to get this guy to stop half the time. It slows down production. It slows down macro, and it's just great all around. Getting gas at 13 supply, although, yep, probes, there we go. I was just going to say it, but then he did it before I could call him on it. And grabbing this watchtower. And going with 2 racks in gas at, that was most likely at 13. I would like to see SCV production continue, and I would say this is a quick racks, although not going for an only marine push as there is a gas. So according to me that's quick racks, but we'll see what Glad gets done in this game. Going with a cybernetics core right at 15 supply right after that first gateway. I think that's pretty standard. Getting his second gas at 16 supply, and those probes are still coming out, so that's pretty good. Sending out his SCV to go scout. He's probably going to run right past this watchtower, though I doubt Sprawll will see that. Little tiny blue mark on the mini-map running by there for a quick second. So strictly producing Marines right now, getting a 3rd racks, dropping a tech lab at 20 supply. Still no orbital command. Generally on a standard opener, what I do, what you see a lot of pros do, not comparing myself to being a pro, I just copy them, is at 16. Sometimes it's 17, I get it, but yeah, you want to try to get that pretty early. Even if you do get out a really great scout, get that orbital command and get that mule going, and because energy, you know, you got to let that stuff build up. It takes 50 for every action from a command center, so you want to give that as much time to build up and use and utilize that energy as much as you can. A second gateway going down at 23 supply for Sprawll. Getting out slow, but doesn't have a Marauder. Marauder's being produced, another tech lab. Slow is great. I actually favor stim first, to be honest, just because it takes so much longer. It takes 140 seconds, and I don't remember what concussive shells takes, but I know that is significantly quicker than stim pack. And getting his orbital command, it's almost done. Late, but better late than never. And let's see if he's going to use that energy right away. But he's getting here just a supply depot, and so 2 tech lab reactor. I do that build a lot. It's a pretty good build, especially for early pressure. Sprawll really doesn't have a lot right now, and by doesn't have a lot I mean if Gladiator, what can he do? There you go, force field on the ramp, beautiful timing. Able to buy himself a lot of time, although this little sentry does not have a lot of energy. He needs to get up to 50 energy to drop another force field. Although there you go, you got another sentry, and they come out with 50 energy. There you go, perfect. Now use that, perfect. Yeah, you really got to micro those stalkers. Marines, although annoying, only have 10 more HP than a Zergling, so really put some hurt on them, and they do go down. And and getting out a Immortal. Now, I'm not sure about that choice just because so far it's Marine heavy, and that's all he sees, and Marines are great against Immortals because that fast attack, anything with a fast attack is great against Immortals. Immortals, very situational units. Get that out of there. Didn't lose the shields, had 4 left, so he won't take any permanent damage. He will regain all that for absolutely free. Interesting. I usually don't like to do that, even when in a pinch, just because the energy is so valuable. I usually like waiting. Waiting. If I get supply blocked, I allow myself to be supply blocked and wait for that supply depot to build, rather than drop that, depending on the situation, of course. I would have liked him to see him drop a mule and build more supply depots. Put those down, because those were not in the way at all. And Immortal joining this army. So we've got Stalkers, Sentries, and Immortals. This army loses, I think, 3 Marines before stopping to attack. And Sprawll just decimating this army. This army was not big enough to counter. And taking those Marines out first allow this Immortal to just clean stuff up. And achievements are disabled until further notice. Alrighty then. So what do we have here? Let's look at production. A scan going down. Going to be able to see everything. Going to be able to see this robotics bay and knows that it's researching. So Colossi are going to come out. I'd like to see him produce. He doesn't have the gas. That's why he's not producing it. Dropping those pylons down because he is supply blocked, and his opponent is not. And what are we getting out now? Stimpack. With an early push at 9 minutes, yeah, I would have liked to see Stimpack earlier. Especially on that push, I would like to see Stimpack before the shells. I think it would have worked out better, especially with being Marine heavy. And Stimpack affects both Marines and Marauders, as opposed to an upgrade that only affects 1 unit. I could be wrong. You could think something else, and that's great. And that's just my opinion. And Sprawll going for an expansion. I think this would be a great time for an expansion. He did some early push. He wasn't successful. He's probably a little nervous right now. And he's just building Marines and Marauders and getting out a Ghost Academy. Something I never build enough. So hopefully... Well, what's Sprawll going to do? He has no detection right now. He has the ability to build an observer. I would suggest that, and I would also suggest a pylon because he is supply blocked. And supply blocked by Gladiators, also supply blocked. The thing is, when you go 3 racks, especially with the reactor, you can produce these units very quickly, and you need to be very on top of your supply. Something I would love to tell myself more often, as I do get supply blocked from time to time. Do we have a ghost coming out? We don't have a. We do have a ghost on the way, although supply blocked is not allowing him to do that. Although is now being produced as he is no longer supply blocked. 68 to 84. Sprawll is doing okay. Although I would like to see, and Husky always says this. I don't play Protoss. Husky does. Husky's really great. He says +1 Colossus is a huge advantage. So I'm just going to reiterate that and say if he could drop a Forge and start getting those upgrades. That could probably be a really great thing, although getting another gateway, and for some reason my FPS just drops and then it goes back up, and I'd really like to know what's going on with that. Marine Marauder Ghost, so going MMG, I just made that up, I think, and going with a factory reactor starport, so he's going to be tech swapping this and getting out possibly Vikings to do with the Colossi or Coloxin, or Medivacs to support this army. I would suggest Vikings, although I don't know. We'll have to see what he does here. An observer going out for Sprawll. That's perfect right there. He's going to be able to see this, and he's going to be able to need to utilize that against these ghosts. Although they do not have cloaking. Cloaking is not on the way, and neither is a nuke. So these snipers and EMPers are what they're good for right now. Not producing any additional ghosts. Really not sure what the game plan is here, although he did that tech swap, although he is not building off of it. he needs to expand. They're both kind of sitting here, and he knows that Sprawll has an expansion. What do we got under production? Those Vikings are coming out, and combat shields are coming out. That pushes the squishy Marines up to 55 HP to start. Very good upgrade, just giving them, you know, a little bit more, because they are so squishy. Those little guys. A pretty good ball he's got here, although there we go. The two Vikings are coming out. Vikings very good against these Kaloxan, although Vikings are not good against mutas. Found that out the other night. These shields will be done pretty quickly here. Yeah, you know what? You get everything you can. Oh, focus these down, focus these down. There you go. These Vikings are going to do absolutely nothing if he kills them, and they are dead. But these Colossi need to fall back. They've got better range than this. But this whole army looks like it's going to go down. These Colossi just destroying. And another one. There's three. Kaloxan. And these Marauders are softened up by Stimpack, and it is over. Gladiator calling GG. Sprawll the victor. Just a better unit composition, expanding, and not fully saturating it, but definitely that expansion kicked in. He was able to hold off that first attack and win, and GG.